Action-packed, thrilling and downright nerve-wracking anime for a good reason come out on top of almost every seasonal ranking. But after all those demon slaying, Viking fighting, mother eating, drama infusing, controversy spinning down bad shows, we all sometimes need to slow down a bit and restart the little weeb brain by enjoying some nice old-fashioned wholesomeness. Because there are times in Attack on Titan, a Chainsaw Man or Vinland Saga just isn't able to fill this aching gap, which is craving for those totally unnatural and sweet situations and interactions that make us detest humanity even more. Good thing that 2D got us covered though. And with that said, let's take a look at this season's wholesome shows you definitely shouldn't miss out on. The Angel Next Door's Boys Me Rotten has been one of the shows I myself really looked up to in terms of no drama, no harem, full-on wholesomeness. And in that regard, it really didn't disappoint. One day on his way back from school, Amane encounters the sad-looking Mahiru, who is lonely sitting in the rain. And what a fateful yet short encounter it was. After a quick, cheeky conversation, Amane hands her his umbrella and walks straight home. The dropout-sniffing experts of you probably just let out a sighing, "Oh boy." Because skipping to the next day, of course Mahiru wants to return the umbrella to him. Oh, she is also his neighbor by the way. And how the life of a main protagonist sometimes goes, dude catch the rare Japanese cold because he got hit by 2 raindrops the day before, is almost dying, and she's in his apartment. And if you thought that was quick, after taking care of the sickly Amane, Mahiru out of pity straight up becomes this guy's personal cook and starts cleaning his living room. Seriously, these two are speedrunning their relationship faster than Logan Paul can spell the word sorry. And what started out as a simple exchange of kindness turns into more quicker than your heart is ready for. Because the interactions between these two characters will first give you diabetes and then continue giving diabetes to your diabetes. The animation of The Angel Next Door is kinda lackluster, but given the genre and theme, it's easy to overlook because in terms of comfy and wholesomeness, this show absolutely excels. So if you're in the mood for some pure soul ASMR, you cannot go wrong with this one. The second season of Nagatoro-san might not be as pure as The Angel Next Door, but it's pretty sweet nonetheless. Some might think, how can this show be wholesome? The smug-generating spawn of the devil made the guy cry not once but twice in the first season alone. But trust me, it is. You will still not get around the occasional semi-bullying, but that's the, let's call it, charm of the series. And don't try to hide it, I know many of you are into this stuff. Seeing Nagatoro and her senpai growing closer to each other and become more aware of their feelings is kinda cute in its own way. Nagatoro-san is basically Takagi-san on steroids, and that's a niche I never thought needs to exist, but I'm happy it does. If you did enjoy the first season, you will enjoy this one too, and if you're also here for the attitude, then worry not, because there's plenty of that again as well. Oh man. If Takagi-san on steroids isn't for you, then how about Takagi-san on morphine? Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible follows an experiment of what happens when you take an over-average introverted boy and throw him into a lion's cage. Only that the lion turns out to be a British shorthair that played a little too long with blush makeup. But turns out that lies in the family. Shidaichi is a person that won't stand out at all, even if he'd try. His teacher and classmates don't even recognize him being there most of the time, except for Kubo, who seems to be the only person being aware of him. Why she? Because she's probably in love with him, duh. But it wouldn't be a nice wholesome rom-com without a dense AF main character. Because the same way Shidaichi doesn't get seen by others, he seems to be completely oblivious to the fact that Kubo tries getting closer to him. Direction-wise, this anime is not that different from, let's say, a Takagi or Nagatoro, because all of them follow the route of a cheeky female lead trying to get closer to their respective love interest. But that doesn't mean it's any less wholesome. Plus, there's also a soothing vibe this anime gives off that makes it feel really relaxing. As in most other romance shows, the interactions between the two main characters takes priority, and while this one doesn't create anything new, it's still a nice calming and soothing show you can watch after a stressful day. And also a quick information, if you watch this video shortly after its release, be warned that Kubo-san will be on hiatus after episode 6 and starts rebroadcasting in spring season 23. We go from not being seen at all to not being seen as a girl. Tomo-chan as a girl fulfills a primitive yet very prominent need a lot of weeps have. Tomboys. The name of this anime pretty much gives away what it's about. Tomo-chan is a girl. But Tomo feels that her childhood friend Jun, who she has a huge crush on, refuses to recognize her as one. Which plays quite a bit into the romantic comedy aspect of the show, because plot twist, he actually does. But by being bros ever since childhood, both have difficulties making their feelings clear, which more than often leads to funny, lighthearted situations. Tomo's personality itself already brings a nice little change into the genre, and combined with a sadistic best friend, an annoying but likable airhead, and a muscle brain who might not be as dense as everyone thinks, this anime makes a great addition for a lazy, relaxed watch session.
今回はさすがにリセットに時間がかかるのかしら。やってみなさい。
We stay wholesome, add a little bit of action, small drama, make it isekai, and take a refreshing dive into the Yuri genre. This combination of texts won't strike everyone's fancy, I guess, but the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady is a show I'd personally recommend if you don't mind some other aspects than comedy accompanying your feel-good shows. Anisphere, a rather unusual princess who primarily shines as a high-ranking adventurer, magic crackhead, and scientific genius, is the definition of an obsessed Genki girl. Despite being reborn into a fantasy world in which most nobles and royalty can use magic, she did not receive that blessing and therefore compensates this with something even better: science. Due to some minor complications while testing her newly upgraded magic-powered flying machine, also called a broom, Anisphere, by pure plot coincidence, crashes the banquet where her younger brother and heir to the throne, Algot, just called off his engagement to the duke's daughter and now, I guess, no longer future queen, Euphelia, who not only just got dumped, but also denounced for things that never happened. And being the good-hearted person that she is, and probably because she's had a crush on her since childhood, Anis takes her away and asks Yuffie if she wants to become her personal scientific assistant to clear her bad reputation by contributing to the kingdom's scientific progress. And with this, the relationship between these two unequal girls starts developing faster than you'd imagine. What puts this show higher for me than the others is the focus on its characters. Because while not being overly deep and dramatic, the magical revolution manages to put some more light on the characters' flaws, which makes everything just a bit more interesting, while not holding back on its sweet moments either. And also, you know how it is. We take every somewhat decent Yuri-themed anime we can get, don't we? Next, let's go over probably the most simple series in this video, but simple in the best way possible. Because The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague is just a completely calm, relaxing and sweet show if you just want to turn off your brain and only move the muscle parts that are in charge for grinning like a delirious idiot. Himuru is the descendant of a Yuki Onna, or Snow Woman, which makes his body able to produce snow. This ability though is a rather less beneficial one, because whenever Himuru's emotions get the better of him, it either starts snowing or he literally turns into an ice block. This makes it so that most interactions he has with his lovely, helpful and sweet co-worker Huyutsuki are resulting in him turning into an open book in split seconds. And well, this is everything there's to say about this anime. But despite sounding underwhelming, if you're just in need of your daily fill of non-cholesterol increasing sugar and don't want any stupid drama, loud characters or even something hideous like a plot going with it, then go for it. It's not bad and it gets the job done. And last but not least, let me ask you one simple question. Is there anything more wholesome in this world than a puppy? Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. What are the most wholesome anime shows you've watched so far? Leave your recommendation and thoughts about this video down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it and want to see more in the future, please consider giving me a like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace.